Welcome to another edition of Big Oo's Top 20 Countdown. This week we're counting down the top 20 great sexy songs according to who? Me. Plus we're talking to our guest, nephew Michael. Let's get into this countdown. The number 20 song is by Rihanna. This song is called Sex With Me. Let's get into it. Sex With Me by Rihanna on Big Oo's Top 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah, yo, that was a number 19 song tweet. Oops, oh my. We're talking to our guest. Before I bring him on, he's awesome. He's a great brother. He's a rapper. He's an actor. He's doing a whole bunch of good things. He's my brother. He's my friend. We're talking to our guest, nephew Michael. What's going on, brother?
Hey man, what's going on with you, man? It's all good.
Chilling out. Tell my listeners about yourself and about what you're doing.
Well, nephew Michael, hip hop is about the last 15, 20 years. Gospel artist, a drummer, performing arts, and then now I'm starring in my first movie called Bang Bang Betty that'll be premiering this April, on April 16th. And
wow,
I'm just excited.
In 3 days, because this is coming out April 3rd, April 13th. So wow, so in 3 days,
Yeah.
wow, how does it feel? How's it feel doing all that and now you're an actor? Wow.
It's a blessing, man. It's like, coming from where I come from, I'm just, man, God is good. I'm able to do things that I wasn't able to do before. I spent over the first half of my life in and out of prison and, dealing with drugs and gangbanging and all that, man. And I'm still here. So I'm doing everything I can, man, that I didn't think I could do. You know what I mean? I'm a college graduated from Next Dimension Bible University, a scholar at UCLA, Men of Color scholar. So, man, I'm just trying everything I can just to kind of also be a good role model for my kids. Like, I know y'all knew your daddy was a gangbanger, but let me show you something. Let me show you that it's a better way to do things,
Wow, that is so cool. So how did you first we're gonna start with the music. How'd you get into start doing to being a rapper and in the music field?
Well, I was as a kid, even born, my grandfather built the first black church in Compton. It was Little Zion, it's Greater Zion now in Compton. And so we were always in the choir. I played drums as a kid. And my father is Howard Scott from the group War. So music all the time. So it was like I grew up, in the studio with War, watching them make the Low Rider music, the Why Can't We Be Friends? So it was always in the house. And so it was like normal for me, and it was just always done that. The rap thing, I kind of started messing around with it like in the mid 90s. And I never really was into it. I just was playing around with a friend of mine and ended up having a little group with one of the rappers, Mossberg, used to be with DJ Quick. They got killed a few years back. And people kept pulling me in like, man, come on, man, come on. So that's what happened. And I love music.
Wow, that's cool. How many albums do you have out?
My first album went #1 in Japan called Belly of the Whale. Was a gospel album. Controversy, Free JD. I was doing the album before JD from the Lynch Mob that was with Ice Cube before he got out of prison. And I'm like 3 albums in. Bunch of singles, a whole lot of singles right now.
Yeah, wow. We're gonna play a couple of your singles a little bit later. But you guys, let's get back into this countdown. The number 18 song is, oh man, I like this song. It's by Big Nug. This song is called Ooh. Let's get into it. Ooh. By Big Nug on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was number 17 song, Twister, with featuring the man that I don't want to say his name. That song is called So Sexy. Let's get in. We're talking to our guest, nephew Michael. Michael, you're doing a lot. You're the music. What's the name of your latest single?
My latest single, excuse me, I'm kind of under the weather.
No worries.
My latest single is called All in Your Face.
Oh, okay. We're gonna play that one a little bit later. We're gonna get
the guys I mess with, it's three of my tight partners, man. When my son got killed in November, it was kind of like, it was the fellas, man. These fellas I hang with, they kind of kept me laughing. They kind of kept me going. And, you know, we clown around so much that everybody started calling us the Three Stooges because we always together, popping each other upside the head and stuff like that, man. So All in Your Face was just fun. I liked it, the track. My cousin Damian Morgan made the track. So I was like, man, let's make something fun, just something out of the ordinary. It's just, you know, so we having fun, you know, that's what it is.
How does it feel like to transition? Because you said you're mainly a gospel artist, right?
Yeah.
How does it feel to transfer from a gospel artist kind of back to secular a little bit?
It's easy. It's what people fail to realize is people have this outlook on, oh, you're a Christian, oh, you're a pastor, or you're a preacher, and they put you, they look at you like you're supposed to be perfect. And what we got to remember is that all the disciples that walked with Jesus every day, they were human. They still had struggles, they still had attitudes, they still didn't listen. And one thing you got to do, I have a degree in biblical studies, and it tripped me out, like wherever Jesus went, people bowed to him and called him king.
Yes.
Not once. You don't see the disciples ever bowing to him and respecting him like that. So it's like, man, I'm human. And I think when a lot of new believers come to church and they accept Christ, they automatically think their life is supposed to be good. When actuality, when you accept Christ, it's a bullseye on your head. All hell finna break loose. God has delivered me from, I've been in jail for murder. I was a gangbanger. God took a lot of stuff from me. I no longer have a hardened heart. I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to fight nobody. I don't care about what hood you from or nothing. I love you. Just long as you, as a man, you're going to respect me. And they forget David had to fight, had to kill Goliath. You know what I mean? And Peter was a rider. Peter he was stubborn, you know what I mean? And they be like, oh, we don't like Peter because he denied Christ 3 times before the rooster crowed. We denied Christ every time. We say we give something to him and then we stress over to the next day. So we ain't no different. We're human. We're in this flesh, man. And it's like, I don't glorify it, but I do music. I'm a musician. It's like majority of the R&B singers that were fabulous, the greatest of the great, came from church. So, gospel is my passion. But music is my passion. I like having fun. I like gangster rap. It identifies with the lifestyle that I know. You know what I mean? And just because I'm a minister and just because I do gospel, I still live in the same hood I used to do ruckus in. I just don't do it no more. So I want to make music for everybody. I don't glorify murder and robbery and all that stuff no more, but I like to have fun with it.
That's cool. That's cool. And you also started in a group, am I correct? You started with the Fathers in Hip Hop. You were with them? Are you still with them? Or
I'm still with Fathers in Hip Hop. A bunch of us, man, we got to a certain age, and I was like, it makes no sense for us to keep, rapping. We over 40, rapping about shooting and killing and all that. It makes no sense to do that when we got kids and grandkids. So Fathers in Hip Hop came together under the direction of Justified, Just Smith, man, and we all come together and try to give. We still do hip hop, but it's like we do community stuff, feed people, give people groceries and gifts on Christmas and holidays, and just showing that we're mature now. You know what I mean? And we're just trying to give a different feel. Like just because we was rappers, man, we really care about our community, and I love being a part of Fathers in Hip Hop.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You guys are going to talk more to our guest, Nephew Michael, but let's get back in this countdown. The number 16 song comes from Mariah Carey. The song is called Touch My Body. Let's get into it. Touch My Body by Mariah Carey on Big Woo Top 20 Countdown. The number 50, and you guys, that was the number 15 song, Etta James with I Just Want to Make Love to You. I love that song. That song is so cool. You guys, it's time to get into the extra song of the week, Nephew Michael's song, In Your Face. And tell me about this song. Tell me about this song.
In Your Face, man, we were sitting back clowning one day, and, we clown around a lot, and we'll see a fine woman or something, be like, oh my God, she can put it in my face, and we laughing, you know what I mean? But one day, my cousin Damian Morgan sent me the track, and I was like, man, this sounds like a Bay Area track. This sounds like something E40 would have had. What can we do to talk crazy? And I was clowning around with one of my daughters, and we just started having a saying with each other, like, oh, put it in your face, all in your face, all in your face, right? So that's what we was clowning around, and it's like, let's play with it. And we was actually just clowning around, and it came out to be a pretty good song.
That's good. That's good. Now, you guys, let's get into this first sexy song of the week by Nephew Michael. This song is called "In Your Face." I'm saying it the proper way, but it's actually "In Your Face." Let's get into it. I gotta do the Ebonic version. "In Your Face" by Nephew Michael on Big Step 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah, yo, that was a really, I like that. I'm gonna tell you, I told you I love that song. I told you before I love that song. You got, oh man, I'm telling you, this brother is awesome, you guys. I forgot how we met. We met some years ago, over at I think Silky D's thing,
Yeah,
or was it Silky D's birthday
yeah.
party?
That's where it
And
was at. And we actually have a song together, man. That song went big.
yes, we did. It did really good, man. I still have the plaque at the house.
Yeah. That
It's
song
Fred
went
Love.
big. Yeah.
This brother has been a really cool. He's really been a really good friend to me. He's been like oh wow, I can tell this brother almost anything and he won't judge me. I love this brother so much, you guys, and and that's why I have him on the show. I'm just amazed I haven't had you on the show before, man. I thought I had you on the show before, but I guess this is
Yeah,
the
I mean,
first time.
I was on the show once before, a little while ago, probably early last year sometime.
Yeah, it was. See, I do so many of these shows, I forget. You know,
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. So you're a father, you're a musician. How did you graduate into becoming an actor?
Well, I do. We have performing arts at my church at Greater Zion in the city of Compton, and in doing that, people that would come to our performing arts things. I got approached by a few other people, and I did a couple of stage plays. Big Girls Don't Cry, stuff like that. With Mike the playwright, rest in peace. A great guy. I did a few stage plays, and a lot of people that knew that I do stage plays and in performing arts was like, hey man, we got an extra movie part or whatever part in the movie, man, and you good, you fit in, So I did a mini movie with this rapper named Urge 7. It was a cowboy movie. I was able to be a cowboy. And
Wow.
So when we come in, they just asked me to just asked me to get in, man. And I being the actor, when you do performing arts, it's just without a camera. It's live stage, but the camera, I love the camera. So I'm finally able to, I'm finna see what I look like on the big screen.
Wow, I can't wait to see it too. Is it going to be like in theaters, or is it going to be like on Netflix? How is it going to come out?
I don't know. The premiere is April the 16th. It's going to be in Beverly Hills. I don't know exactly how they're going to do it, but I'm sure it's going to be on Netflix and all that. But I guess they pitching it to see if we can, if we can get it as in cinema.
That's cool. I want to go to the premiere.
I'm gonna give you the date. You can come up there to the red carpet event.
I want to go to the premiere.
Yeah, it's a red carpet event that night too, man. I'm gonna keep you posted on the information so you can be there.
Definitely. Man, I'm happy for you doing a lot of things. Man, you're like you're also a mentor, am I correct?
Yeah.
How was it being a mentor and doing what you're doing with that?
Well, a lot of times I did a lot of mentoring with a fabulous woman by the name of Nichelle Farrow. She's a radio personality. Matter of fact, I'm in a stage play that she wrote right now. We're practicing for it. What? And she's a school teacher, and she used to come get me when them kids get out of line at the school she was at. She would come and perform and come talk to the kids. And it was like, man, living that gangbanger life, I took so much from the streets. Mm-hmm. And it was like, man, I had to figure out a way, how can I give back? So I had to go, so I have people on a weekly basis that call me like, man, my son, my daughter, they going through this and they not understanding. Can you please come talk to them? And I have no problem doing it. It was a time where I used to go get young people and try to recruit them. I used to try to bring them to the hood, recruit them in the gangbanging. But now it's like, no, what kind of OG, what kind of big homie would I be for me to lead you into something that only two things gonna happen, death or the penitentiary? I've escaped both. So, as a mentor, it's like, man, I have to give back. I don't want to see, and then I have kids. I have grandkids now. Yes. So I'm sitting here like, Lord, let me show me how to be a mentor. I've been a football coach for Pop Warner football for about 7 years. So I
Wow.
put all that energy of all the wrong I used to do and try to make it right, man, just to try to help these kids.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. Let's get back in this countdown. The number 14 song actually is one of my very favorites. It's by Marcus Houston. It's called Sex With You. Let's get into it. Sex With You by Marcus Houston on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did a 3 in a row for you. We did Marquise Houston. Uh, then we did number 13 was Janet Jackson, Moist. Number 12 was Beyonce, Blow. And it's time to get into the comedy corner. The comedy corner comes from a good friend of the show. I just became a Instagram friend. His name is Guy Reuven. Let's get into it. The comedy corner with Guy Reuven on Big Old Step 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah, you guys, that was a comedy corner. Guy Reuven. He was very, very funny. He's very, very funny. You guys, we're talking to our guest, nephew Michael. Wow. I'm gonna get kind of personal on this one. How many kids do you have?
I have 14 children and 16 grandchildren.
God, dog. That's a lot. God, dog. Woo.
Yeah. And man, you know, I was running the streets. I was wild. I was doing a lot, man. But I thank God for it, man. You know, they all grown. My youngest son is 9. The rest of them are grown. And it's just like, man, I grew up as an only kid in the house.
Yeah.
You know, my grandparents on both sides raised me. So I was the only kid on my dad's side. I was the only kid on my mom's side. And I always wanted a big family. Like, I want somebody to love me. I'm always here with my grandparents, like, and I know they're gonna leave soon. And it was just my thing. Like, I wanted a big family. So I know that when I leave here, I have a legacy behind me. You know, I don't need no homeboys. I don't need no gang. I have 14 children that belong to me, my own DNA. You know what I mean?
That's
And
good.
man, they're a blessing to me, because right now, man, when I go through it, it's my kids that take care of me. Dad, you all right? You need me? Here I come. You know, and I love it, man. I love it. And I've been there for all my kids, so it ain't no excuse, man. I've been in prison. I sent my daughter to college. I paid for graduations from prison, so don't let nothing be no excuse. I got baby mamas that I didn't like, and they caused me problems and everything, but I did everything I could to be there for my children. So let's stop using that as an excuse, right? We got to be there for our kids, dog.
Right, you're right about that. And
Yeah.
what do they think about your careers? What do they think about you doing all that you're doing?
They love it. They don't care if it's gangster rap, if it's nasty rap, or gospel rap. As long as they don't have to come to the penitentiary to see me no more, or get that call, like when they got that call tonight, I got shot, I got ambushed and almost died. Those are the calls. That's when they had a problem. When they know that I'm in movies and I got a new song out and they see me in videos and I'm doing shows, opening up for DJ Quick and Too Short or something like that, they love it. They like, hey, Dad, we'd much rather see you doing this than us being afraid that get a call at 2 a.m. saying you either in jail or you're dead.
Oh, that's real, real awesome. That's awesome. But you guys, let's get back in this countdown. The number 11 song is another one of my favorites, Janet Jackson. This song is called Warmth. Let's get into it. Warmth by Janet Jackson on Big Top 20 Countdown. You know I had to do that. I stole that from Soul Train, y'all. Yeah, you guys, that was a number 10 song by Kelly Rowland. That song was called Motivation featuring Lil Wayne. I absolutely love that song. Now it's time to get into the second extra song of the week, which also comes from nephew Michael. This song was called I'm gonna say it like this, Can't Fuck With Us. I'm gonna say, it's not a gospel program, so let's get into it. Tell me about this song, please.
That song is special to me, man, and I know it's a little vulgar and all that for a minister or whatever, but y'all go to church and be cussing out your kids at home, so stop playing with me. Man, I did that song with my young homie, man, Young Third, William Winston, and we did a lot of rap together. He the one kind of brought me back into the rap because I was trying to help him get his album finished, and there was rumors going around, and it was all kind of stuff, just because people from your hood will hate on you more than people away from you. Even in the Bible, Jesus said, like, you won't be received in your own town, but you'll be received with strangers. It's not saying them words, but you know what I'm talking about if you read your word. And a prophet will be accepted outside in his own home. So we kind of start beefing. You know, we was doing diss records against each other, and we came to it. I was like, man, we got to stop this. Like, you my little homeboy. I love you. You like a son to me. His parents are my big homie. So I'm like, man, I don't want to beef with you.
Yeah.
So we got back together and was like, man, this is what we gonna do. So we called it Can't Fuck With Us. And it was just letting them know, like, man, you can't keep us apart. We act stupid and we fed into the drama for a little minute. And that's why in this season, I want to encourage y'all, man, any relationship, friendship, anything you left bad, in this season, it's time. Only way we can get our heart right is we got to start forgiving, hold ourselves accountable, and saying, I apologize. You ain't got to hang with each other every day. And so we cleared the air on this one and let them know that we ain't beefing no more.
All right. That's awesome. Let's get into it. The second extra song of the week, Nephew Michael with Can't F With Us. And while we're doing that, you're gonna get your connection right because you're kind of fading out in and out. So
okay.
While we're playing the song, so you guys, let's get into it. Nephew Michael, Can't F With Us, Can't Fuck With Us on Big Old Top 20 Countdown, the second extra song of the week. Yeah, guys. I'm like, I got kind of like sheepish. Can't fuck with us, you know. Like I can't say that. We can say whatever we want to say on this show. You're free to say whatever you want to say, and I'm free to say what I want to say, you know. But I just want you to feel like that. You've done a lot. You're doing a lot. What is one thing that you haven't done that you would really love to do? I ask everybody this question.
I haven't been able to collab with my favorite rapper, and that's Dub C.
Oh, okay.
WC is my favorite rapper, and if God came and looked in my face and said, "What would you like to do?" I was like, "I'd like to do a song with Dub C."
Yeah, I like him. I like him too. He's a really great rapper. Oh man, you're doing a lot. You're in a lot. You said something about what's next. What's next for you?
I'm still in the process of putting another gospel album out. I'm just looking for the right features. I've just been concentrating mostly, man. It's been on my kids a lot. I got some health issues. I got to prepare for an open heart surgery soon. So I've been trying to kick back a little bit, but I make music every day. And I'm trying to complete this gospel album. It's strategic because I done lost files, I done lost phones, so I got to go back and look for stuff and the stuff like that. But it's, the devil fighting me because he know that this one gonna be it, right?
Yeah.
And trying to I'm getting this gospel album together, and really trying to bring other artists in. I'm trying to grab onto my sons and stuff like that who rapping and like, hey, come over here. Really trying to open the door for the young people, man. Some kind of way, like just like come in, man. Come in here. I'd rather you come in the studio than hang on the corner and take a chance on getting hurt. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get the gospel album done, deal with the health issues and stuff like that, man. But we're gonna keep it moving.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But you guys, let's get back to this countdown. The number 9 song is by Brandy. This song is called Like This. Let's get into it. Like This by Brandy on Big O's Top 20 Sexy Songs Countdown, baby. Yeah. You guys, we did 3 in a row for you. We did Brandy, Like This. Number 8 was D'Angelo, Untitled, How Does It Feel? And number 7 was Janet Jackson with Rope Burn. That's really one of my favorites. Now it's time to get into the independent song of the week, which also comes from Nephew Michael. This song is called Fly, featuring Smokey Lame, DMF, and Shay Machine. Please tell me about this song, please.
Fly, we did that last year for a Super Bowl party.
Okay.
My guy Shay Machine, he's a West Coast artist, but he got this New York, this East Coast kind of flow. And we were just getting together, and it was like, man, come on, man, you too hard to not be heard. There's no more sense to keep making all these raps and all that to just stand in the backyard for us to listen to every day. So get on this song, man, and let's show them that we having fun around here, man. You know what I mean? And it was on, we had DJ Aladdin, the legendary DJ Aladdin that used to be with Ice Cube.
Oh, okay.
He gave a Super Bowl party, and it was like, man, I don't really party like that, but I'm like, if we're gonna go to a party, let's make it make sense. Yeah. And let's do this video. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's get into it. This song is called "Fly" by Nephew Michael on Big Ooh Stop 20 Countdown, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all, that was the awesome Fly song. I like that song. I heard that song before. That's why I played it. Um, Michael, Nephew Michael, you told the story about your name before, but the people who haven't heard it, I want you to tell me the story about why you call yourself Nephew Michael.
Okay, well, for years I've been known as Bulldog. That was my gang name, Bulldog. Bully One, Bulldog, from the gang that I'm from and all that type of stuff. And so when I went to church, my grandfather built the first church in Compton, but then way before he passed, but my uncle Michael Fisher became the pastor of what's now Greater Zion. And both of our names is Michael. So when we at church, at choir rehearsal, or, at performing arts rehearsal, anything, people would be like, my grandparents, both of them are gone now home to be with the Lord, but both of them be like, Michael? And we in the same vicinity, both of us like, huh? They be like, your uncle. Or they be like, the nephew. So it was just like, so we had stopped the confusion. I'm like, I'm Nephew Michael. So now everybody at the church, my name, Nephew Michael, my stage name, Nephew Michael, came from the church at Greater Zion. They're like, hey, nephew. So I took that on I took it on with pride. I'm glad about that. Like, that's my Uncle Michael, even though he's younger than me, but I'm Nephew Michael. And that's where it came from. It came from me being Pastor Michael Fisher's nephew.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You're involved in the church some kind of way. Are you assistant pastor or pastor or I know you're not the pastor, but you're assistant pastor or one of the assistants?
We kind of, man, our church, we took the denomination stuff off, man, and the assistant pastor and all that. I'm a minister at Greater Zion. You know what I mean? I'm just a minister. We have a whole crew of ministers, my pastor, and we all sit up under my pastor, Michael Fisher. And, we rotate. I might do we have this, after Sunday, we do 12 at 12s on Tuesday and Thursday. So you do the sermon on Sunday, he'll preach Sunday, and they'll choose one of the ministers to go on live at 12 on Tuesday to kind of recap. Because what I noticed was when we at church, we shout and we feel good when we come out of church. By Tuesday, we erect again. So what we trying to do at Greater Zion is like, okay, well, Tuesday at 12 o'clock on your lunch break, we're going to remind you what that sermon was preached about on Sunday. On Thursday, 12 o'clock, we're going to remind you what was talked about and what was taught at Bible study on Wednesday night to kind of help our members and help people, go through the week. Because, man, you can go to church and come out feeling good, and the devil going to attack you. So Monday, Tuesday, we back tripping. We, you know what I mean?
That's true.
Help you make our members and people that's looking and listening, try to show you how to make it through the week. So that's what we do. We rotate a lot. Sometimes we preach on Sundays, but we rotate a lot, and it works. And we're a team. You know what I mean? So it works that way.
That's good that you're doing a lot. That you're the minister here. You also do you still drum at the church?
No, we have a whole band there, but I think I'm a tap back into it because I sit there as a kid as I always wanted to do it again. So I think I am. I'm gonna try to sneak over there and do it.
Wow. Okay. I can't wait. One day went there one time. I planned on going back, but life happens. But I'll be back to see that.
Remember when we did the video shoot there? I was back there playing the drums that day. It's in the
remember
video.
that. Yeah, I remember that. Yes, I definitely remember that.
Yeah.
But you guys, let's get back in this countdown. The number 6 song is Barry White, the Words of Love. The song is called I'm Gonna Love You a Little Bit More, Baby. Let's get into it. I'm Gonna Love You a Little Bit More by Barry White on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was the number 5 song, Mazzy Star with Fade Into You. Now it's time to get into the old school gem of the week. This it's actually one of my favorites. It's by Donna Summer. This song is called Love to Love You, Baby. Let's get into it. The Love to Love You, Baby. I promise we're not going to play the 10-minute version. Let's get into it. The old school gem of the week, Donna Summer with Big Old Step 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was the old school gem of the week, Donna Summer with Love to Love You, Baby. I absolutely love that song. And to be honest with you, I actually was going to have this countdown for another guest that didn't show up. So I said, you know what? I might as well transfer this countdown to my boy. My boy nephew Michael. Wow. Now it's time to get into your business. You know, we got the partial of your business, but now we won't get into a full business. Do you have a special lady or something like that? Shout them out. Shout them out.
No, no. Man, I've been through a lot, man, and I don't know what's going on with this generation of women.
Yeah.
It's like they've lost the old school way of how women, dealt with their man and stuff like that, man. And I've had a couple of relationships in the past few years, and it's just like I've kind of like given up on it. You know what I mean? I mean, I have friends, but it's like, if I feel some kind of way, then it becomes an argument, or if I'm gonna come over there. And if I'm in my feelings or my feelings are hurt and you speak on it, now I'm noticing as this generation or this time of what life is, when a man speaks on how he's feeling, he feel disrespected, he feel uncared for, he feel unloved, and he speaks on it, it becomes an argument. And that's different than the way I'm old school. That's different than the way that I was raised. Like, okay, so I can deal with your feelings every day. If something hurts your feelings, I gotta say I'm sorry, and I can deal with it every day. But you just hurt my feelings, and it becomes an argument. I have to walk away, man. So I kind of gave up on even seeking a relationship. I got friends and stuff like that, but I'm too old to be fricking and fracking and being somebody, what they call it now, a sneaky link. Somebody called me a sneaky link the other day, and I got mad. Like, what is a sneaky link? I don't want to sneak and link nothing. So I've kind of given up on it, but I just believe. Yeah, but I just believe, man. I'm kicking back, and I just believe, man, that before I leave this earth, God got somebody that's gonna really be here for me. God made somebody for me, and I'm chill. I don't party, I don't club, I don't do all that, man. So I'm just like, I'm gonna back up and let God do His thing. And when she get here, I'm gonna be everything she needs, Jack.
All right, man. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you. Now they call it with FWB, with friends with benefits.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, I'm not dating just to be dating. I don't want to be nobody hobby. I'm dating to be married.
That's right.
I deserve to be married. I'm a provider. I got my own place. I work. I'm not dating just to have fun. I've had fun. I'm 54 years old. Thank God. And I'm like, I'm not with that. And right now, women are not dating for marriage. Women are dating for fun.
That's right.
They'll date you, and then when they get tired of you, they move to the next. And I'm experiencing that. And that's not what I'm doing. I'm dating for marriage. I want to spend the rest of my life with somebody that I know that God sent to me and they love me. Right.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's awesome. And you know what? You have a minute. I want you to say something inspirational. Just 1 minute. And when it gets to 1 minute, when I go like this, cut it off. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just say something inspirational.
If you're gonna believe one scripture in the Bible, see, when people get mad, they hurry on putting no weapon formed against me shall prosper when they feeling some kind of way. But you got to believe all the scriptures in the Bible. Acknowledge Him in all your ways and everything. But one of the scriptures that came back to me recently, you will reap what you sow. I lost a son in November through violence, gun violence. He was killed. It made me wish I never gang banged in my life. Because though I made it through gunshots and I got out of jail from life prison sentences, and the feds gave me 45 years and God opened the door for me to get out, it fell back on my son. And if I could have took that back, I would have never gang banged in my life. So for some of y'all that's still out there thugging, you better think about it. You might get away with it, but someone you love might not get away with it. You will reap what you sow. So sow good seed and watch it grow.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's some good advice. That's some really good advice. But you guys, let's get back into this countdown. The number 4 song is by George Michael. It's called I Want You. I Want Your Love. Let's get into it. I Want Your Love by George Michael on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did 3 in a row for you. We did George Michael with I Want Your Love. Number 3 was Prince Rudolph. Number 2 was Quincy Jones featuring Barry White, James Ingram, El DeBarge, and I'll Be Sure with Secret Garden. Now it's time to get to the number 1 song. Everybody knows what this song is. I don't even think he's a legend. He's been going for, I think, almost 40 years, but he's still this song is still, he's still making babies off of this song. This is by the great and honorable Marvin Gaye. This song is called Sexual Healing. Let's get into it. Marvin Gaye with Sexual Healing on the number one song on Big O's Top 20 Sexy Songs on Big O's Top 20 Countdown. Let's get into it. Yeah, you guys, that was the number one song by Marvin Gaye. We're talking to our guest, nephew Michael. Michael, how can people reach you?
On social media, Facebook, go Nephew Michael. On Instagram, at The Bull, THA, I believe, BULL 124. And get at me, man. You know, I'll come speak to your kids. I'll come speak to the school. I have kid-friendly music. I'll come inspire the children. My whole thing is to try to have something for the youngsters. So get at me.
That's cool. I want to say thank you to our guest, nephew Michael. And thank you to everybody who's listening. Also, thank you to everybody who's actually the stations that carry us. They call it Vibe Hits Radio now. We recently reunited with Kill Radio. I want to say thank you to them. Also to the Block FM, what's called Spotify, Apple Music podcast. Everybody for like hearing this show. This is the 7th season. This is the 262nd show. I want to say thank you so much for embracing me and putting your love around me. And the thought for the week is keep going strong and you will never fail. We always play a gospel song to end the show, and we're going to play our song. Let's get into it. Spread Love.
Love!
Yeah. With me, my song, Spread Love, featuring, what's the name? Nephew Michael, King Copa, and my boy. You know my boy's name. Let's get into it. Spread Love.
What's his name? Wow. Yeah.
You Gaddafi, that's my boy. That's my boy. But let's get into it on Big Old Stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Drew. May God bless you. May God keep you until we meet again. And that is the end